Hello Year 10. My name is Mrs. Gregg, and part of my role this year is to work with all Year 10 students to organise work experience placements. Work experience this year starts on Tuesday the 15th of June and goes until the Friday the 18th of June. Now it's only 4 days this year instead of the 5, and that's because of the public holiday. Work experience is such a wonderful opportunity for you all for a number of different reasons, and it does depend on how you choose to approach work experience. Some of you might like to approach work experience in that you are aiming to try a career or an occupation that you think that you might be really interested in working in one day. And this is that once in a lifetime opportunity to look outside the box and think of something that you might love to do and see if you can have and find a position in that dream role. What sometimes happens is students apply and get offered a dream role or what they think might be a dream role, and in the end it turns out not to be what they expected, and they might then change their career path. That's equally as beneficial as finding a work experience placement that you absolutely love and decide, yes, that's exactly the direction I want to head down. Another option and another way that some people sometimes approach work experience is potentially looking for a part-time job afterwards. Either way, the bottom line is the more effort and the more thought you put into finding a placement, the more that you're going to ultimately get out of it in the end. Now, for those of you who have not yet started to search for a work experience placement, it's really important that you start now. Firstly, consider each of the following, but importantly, access your allies. Who do you know in an occupation that you might like to try out? This year, you might need to rely on who you know more than others have in previous years. Use Google search for other options, as well as our Emmaus database of past placements that I've previously sent out via email. You can search by suburb or work type, and it might even just help to gain an idea of the fields of work that might interest you. Once you have brainstormed some possible placements, make a list of those that interest you and then start to make contact. Often the best method is by phoning a company, because you can find out immediately as to whether they can offer you a placement. If you send an email and do not receive a response, we suggest that you wait a week before you follow up with another email, or try to give them a call or even visit them in person. As I have mentioned, this year we are trialling online work experience forms. You have all received an email with the link to the first form called Contact Details form. You can only complete this form once you have been offered a placement, since you need to include your employer's details. After you have completed and signed this form, it automatically gets sent to my email. I will then fill out the details that you provide on the arrangement forms and also send them out via email. These are the official work experience forms, and they need to be signed by 4 parties: the student, so yourself, a parent, your employer, and Ms. Jeb. This process will happen automatically online, and you do not need to do anything other than complete your own details, including your signature, and then that starts the process. If your placement requires you to work with animals, live away from home, or you'll be transported by your employer during your placement, you will also receive another form to complete. If your placement involves you working on a construction site, you must complete a face-to-face white card course. It can no longer be completed online in Victoria. Further details regarding the white card course will be sent out to all students very soon. Finally, the deadline for completed work experience forms is the end of week 1 in term 2. This is not far away, so all of you need to start actively searching for your work experience placements now. This is an exciting opportunity for you all, so please make the most of it. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, or you simply require help in finding a placement, please feel free to contact myself, Mrs. Gregg, or Mrs. Julie Sykes on the email addresses attached. Best of luck. I hope that this information has helped you. As I said, if you would like to get help, please come and see us. We're more than willing to help people find a placement, search for a placement, even simple things like to make a phone call. So please feel free to get in contact, and do not leave it to the last minute. As I said at the beginning, the more effort that you put into finding a placement, the better off you're going to be, and the more that you'll achieve out of your work experience. Thank you.